Hey friends, welcome back to another video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Sharing the journey just ever so slowly at the moment. I mean, we've had some ups and downs, more downs than ups at the moment. But we've had some really decent sessions, but we've also had some terrible putrid sessions. Last session takes the cake. We followed Pocket Kings pre-flop as well, and it ended up being good. I mean, the opponent had Pocket Kings with the other guy having Pocket Aces, so we saved money that way. And you could see at the tail end of it, when I first started recording the session, we had internet problems, and then I had to restart the session again and record, and we're down like to $36, and we bounced back to 44. So just trying to really keep untilted with certain circumstances. I mean, you could see in the other video too, the one where we lost quite a lot. I think it was from $52 down to like $36, something like that. You could tell I was getting pretty tilted towards the end. It was really the King Four, the opponent that had King Four really got to me because he had a full book and we had we had trips as well. But you wouldn't think you'd see King Four. Anyway, regardless, Ace Queen, Ace Nine's folding there. All right, let's try and focus on the session at hand now. And thanks for the new sub. And let's go. Ace King pre-flop. Could open that one up. Still been opening up pretty tightly, so we want to keep going with this. Queen hits a range. We got position. Did 3-bet us, but Queen and 9 typically, yeah, probably should have folded. I mean, you probably should have just checked there on the flop. So that's a position that I have been trying to work on. We need to not just willy-nilly just send in C-bets there. Because the thing is, even if he's got a 10, he's got a lot of cards coming out in the turn and river. So he's not going to get, you're not going to get many folds to a C-bet. And even when we do hit an ace or a king, it's not as going to be straightforward as you think it will. I'm going to call here because I need another club. If he checks, we can bluff. He could have ace high. We can get in the fold, hopefully. Bets again, I'll just let go. It's not a big deal. The longer he takes, okay. I thought the longer he takes, maybe he's just trying to make us think he's got something, but 7-6, just not going to defend it too much against the small blind. Small blind typically should be the strongest range on the table, second to only under the gun. Not everyone follows these rules, obviously. Everyone plays differently. King 5. All right, we'll open up King Jack offsuit. We'll defend King 10 against the small Spencer button. We could probably have 3-bet and King 10 offsuit. It's probably the one chance you can 3-bet. All right, we're going to bet here. Looks like he hasn't got anything. So we'll take it down. Need to really pay attention. And 3-bets us. Going to fold. Even though it was quite low, maybe could have called that one. So a bit reluctant, but we folded. All right. Pocket Kings. We'll raise from the button, from the big blind. And we'll 3-bet with 8-7. 8-7 suited. Okay, we do have a diamond, and we've got plenty of turn cards coming our way. All right, we're calling this one. Now we've got a gut shot. So even if we do bet here, he checks to us, and we do bet. I think we can definitely try and take it. But if he's got overpair and calls, then if we get a 6, we get a straight. So, all right, just gonna call here. He could have queens, could have jacks, could have a 10. He also could have 3. Yeah, he's just going to be so wide there a lot of the time, so he probably can't fold. And we just if he hits an 8, he hits an 8. It's typically we haven't ran into too many circumstances where they've run over us to the river, but every now and again it does happen. People typically like to complain and think poker is rigged, but I typically don't think. We've played enough to see it's not rigged. And I think every time we have a bad losing session, We've got no one to blame but ourselves. Our opponents even aren't that good. It's just that we're that bad sometimes. That's very important to just make sure you be realistic with yourself. We've got Queen Jack here. Interesting hand. Could have been pretty hard though. I'm going to bet this one. Hopefully he just folds. We're going to call with ace-8 suited. We're on the button. A little bit higher with 8-7, so I'm going to fold there. I'm going to raise it. We'll get a free card on the river. Alright, just going to jam it. If he's got a book, he's got a book. Also there, you could probably jamming as a bluff. And probably, yeah, King 10 fold that time. Could probably 3-bet though. Alright, ace high 1. Was actually thinking about valuing that river, but decided not to. Pretty thin value though. To find a value bet there would have been pretty cool. Free card. You might have a jack here. Alright, ace king got a flat. We're out of position though. 26 extra. We're going to call here. Very interesting that. I don't know what he's doing. The jack one played itself. We've got a queen or something here. We really wanted to see a spade or a king or an ace. It could be a chop. Alright, I'm expecting to see a chop here with ace king. Yeah. Don't know if we could have bluffed that. Maybe we could have. Gets under the gun. I'm going to defend 7-4 suited. Low cards, we sort of know where we're at sometimes. Alright, 7-4 we missed. No heart as well. Alright, ace jack. The king queen hits at a range, didn't 3-bet. Now we're trying to get a 10. Alright, 7-4. He's going to do that with his entire range pretty much, c-betting there. Unfortunately, didn't hit with the ace jack. Got pocket fives, okay. Yeah, and also c-betting there, you know, gets down to the gun. He's always going to c-bet there a lot of the times as well, but there was no, I don't think there was any extra benefit, you know, calling there with the c-bet. With the board pairing up, it's just very hard. All right, we'll flat. We do have an ace, so we could be dominated here too. All right, still got 2 pair, but we're still queen 10 in there. We really want to see an ace or a jack come out. All right, this might seem pretty bad, but I'm going to fold. Yeah, straight there. All right, so he folded 2 pair, he had a straight. So easy fold. Not really that easy, but at the same time, it is a multi-way pot as well, so you actually need a better hand on average. Opponent's gonna have a lot of heavy draws, a lot of equity there as well, so our hand's gonna be heavily in danger even if we're in front. Alright, we'll bet everyone else has gone slow, so had to bet there because the flush there raises us. I'm just gonna let go. Alright, just gonna let go. There's no point there. Got top pair though, but aces win pre-flop. Alright, 9s are 3-betted. We're in the small blind. Okay, interesting hands at the moment. Probably a little bit too tight folding there with top pair. Good kicker. That's one thing we're going to concentrate on, is doing a little bit more folding, especially on the river as well. And if this guy Ooh, 43%. All right, we can try and bluff him here. Beautiful. All right, so he's someone who attacks the small blind a lot, so we can light 4-bet and so on. I did actually go into today thinking we should actually start doing some light 4-betting a bit more if there's a case. All right, 2 is going to fold. Out of position as well. All right, not a bad start to the session. We're pretty strong start to the session, actually. Okay. Jack 8. Okay, we got King Queen suited. Not squeezing with Jack 8 suited. All right, Kings. 1%. Ooh. Okay, we're going to raise it anyway. We're not going to be scared of his 1%. We'll play it like he's... You never know, he could have Queens, Jacks, or 10. There is no reason to slow down here. He's got a shove. Wow, okay. I thought he was going to shove with aces, but we got there. Okay, we'll bet. We got King Queen. Hit a set. All right, we'll bet again. You never know. Hopefully he hasn't got the ace high flush. Maybe he's got queen high flush. Need to continue betting here with the set because it's a flush. And okay, we've booked it. Let's keep booking. Maybe he's got queens. I don't know. Already gave up. But we built a little pot up anyway, regardless. All right, beautiful. Everything's so far under control. Touch wood. Check 10. We'll 3-bet 7s. We're in position. Why not? Hit a set. Jack 10. Get a fold. All right, we'll bet jacks just because we've got the spade. 10's going to go aggressive. Hopefully we lose some plays on the flop. Jack's going to fold there. Pretty tight. All right, we'll fake it until we make it with the 10s. All right, he'll have an ace. No, he's got a set. It's a shame. If we hit a 10 though, we're going to also the straight draw was there. The straight was there too. 4-card straight, so all right, 10s again. But as played, we couldn't really alter our play. And if we hit a 10, we could have bet a lot more as well, not slow down. He had to slow down too because he's worried about the straight himself. Okay, Queen 9. Jacks. All right, we'll fold jacks. They just don't 4-bet light enough. If they don't 4-bet light enough, then we can just get out of the way. I mean, there's always a chance that we hit the set and they just let go. Queen hits our range. That's why he folds. We had the range advantage. He had a capped advantage. As soon as they check, or as soon as they call behind your 3-bet out of position, that's us exploiting them, calling too much. All right, 7s. We're going to bet 3-bet out of position. We don't mind folding. I keep seeing a fold there. Winning anything in the small blinds is a bonus. All right, kings from the button. All right, we'll just continue. We don't mind. It's still pretty good though. Three betting king jack suited. Didn't want to see the button call. All right, got kings. Yeah, he's still in it. Really annoying. All right, we'll let go jacks. The king jack, sorry. Yeah, it wouldn't hold up anyway. The ace come out. That's a shame. Kings again. Amazing. Yeah. All right, we'll call. We're going to call, see if we can get bottom. He could easily have aces or queens here. Have to call though. All right, we couldn't fold that one. There was plenty of hands that we beat still. Just like that, we're on a bit of a heater. Ace five, second pair. This is such the reason why you need to really try and save as much money as you can during the bad times, because when the good times happen, this makes it all the time better. If we get a five, we're doing pretty good for ourselves. Okay, hopefully someone's got ace queen or something. They've both got ace queen. We'll three bet ace five, hopefully. All right, I got a value bet here. We've got a straight. Ace five just missed. He's raising. All right, we'll let go. Might have been just a split pot. There should be. You should realize that you shouldn't be calling for a split. It's just not good practice. All right. So just closing those tables down, and then as you can see, we're already up to about 48, which is good. Probably a little bit more. Probably about 47, 49 now. So just closing down those tables. Let's try and protect our bankroll. King five. I don't know if we should defend. I probably won't. No, definitely won't now. He threw bad anyway. But we need to make sure that we somewhat keep composure. All right, well, flat ace jack suited. All right, backdoor flush with ace jack and straight draw. So we're going to call his C bet. Not sure what he's doing. He's probably got a pocket pair. I'd say he's got a pocket pair of some description. All right, we'll defend king five. We'll check raise this one. He could have king jack. He could have a something better, maybe. All right, just bet it small there, just to try and get him to call, but we're still drawing to essentially the second nut flush anyway. We had two pair with a flush draw. But we had to be careful the other flush didn't come out. I don't think it's very hard for our opponent to hit something here, so we're just going to win this one, hopefully. We could also be betting for value if he's got king high or even an ace high. Yeah, it's a bit of a question mark there. All right, I'm going to check this one, but there's not much activity with threes that they could really hit with here. I'm going to check raise though. We might just win it right there on the spot. Sometimes you're just not going to win that much. Three's gone. The go King Jack. Yeah, some tough holding in the blinds. I do understand this, but I think it's definitely helping us a little bit, not getting dominated as well, and it helps you with the rake as well. The rake is very high, so when you see a lot of people complain about it's unbeatable, typically they're just probably playing too many hands. You've got to adjust your play accordingly. Like when we play the tournaments, we've got to adjust again and just realize that you need to play more hands in the tournament whenever there's not any breaks in the hand. You should be playing more tables anyway, and then if there's an ante, you should be playing even more again. We'll 3-bet King 5 suited, attacking the cutoff. I'm not going to 4-bet. Alright, well, you've got position. You're going to defend. I'd like to see a check here. He could have a lot of kings or queens here. He might even c-bet. That's fine as well. No reason to be worried about this hand yet. He could even have ace-king. But what do we beat? We don't even beat ace-jack. I'm going to let go. Five's going to call. And ace-king, we've got position, going to call. It's one of those circumstances that I don't think we're going to be betting too much. And he's betting quite strong as well. Man, unless he's betting like that with ace rag, I don't think so. Very play dependent. I'm probably a little bit guilty not checking his stats exactly. I think most times that it's going to be a good laydown. Look at a 3-bet against the cutoff again. Really controlling ourselves not to play from under the gun with suited connectors. All right, he let us know that we could have shoved there on that flop. Perfect flop. But there's no knowing if we're actually going to win. We still need a lot of help. I mean, that flop obviously is great help. You know, probably a 5 or any club. Oh, maybe the other hand. We could probably get counted as well if we're not careful. All right, so gut shot with ace queen. I think we can call. Okay, we've got a straight. All right, we'll flat. I don't think we can raise. Yeah, it's just a chop. We'll call king jack. I was hoping to hit the jack. Too big. Gonna fold that one. Gonna be dominating us a lot of the time as well. A lot of people will bet there to try and to outprice your opponents. So, all right, we got ace king. I was just trying to make a phone call. Anyway, let's go at check 9 offsuit. Queen hits our range. All right, it doesn't change anything. He's either hit or miss. Perfect. Don't really have anything there. Base 3 got to be dominated. Easy folds. Jack 9 dominated there. Probably could have opened up with ace rag. Okay, 10-5 gone. We'll 3-bet ace jack offsuit. All right, we'll defend. Hey, got pocket 10s. Got a gut shot with a6, but if 7 comes out, the jack plays if he's got one. They could have reverse implied odds. Not going to chase that one. Got a flat 10s though. 3-bet 10s in the other table though. The best hand here with 10s though. Alright, we'll bet here 13. Hopefully he folds. Alright, 10s are gonna let go. Okay, ace king. I can see why he called. That was a nice hand for ace for 10s. Queen jack's folding. Alright, pocket queens. Yeah, pocket 3s we could call here. Hopefully someone else calls, maybe. We'll see. Queen's gonna raise it up. Ace 9 gonna raise. Alright, all flat. We could also fold 3s there as well. Alright, gonna represent the king. Gonna represent the ace on this one as well. Just want to keep it simple. We don't want to play it stupid. Alright, he shoves all in. Unfortunate. A little bit of a loss there, but we won the other hand at least. Maybe being multiplayer, we could have probably just called. He's too short stacked. I wanted to call with the 7s, but it's too short. Queen. He limps in. Alright, we'll call. We got back yeah, backward flush or backdoor flush. Open ender was 6-5. We've got no chance of winning, so we'll bluff at it. Alright, we'll bet this one with the ace queen. A, for the fact that there's a lot of draws here that he should try and bet us off. But we're going to let it go. He might have already made it. Ace, we got the kicker. Alright, so that's a nice pot with ace 8. Don't think we could value bet there. A lot of hands there could have been better than us, but because the board paired up with the king on the board, we actually chop a lot. Make it a bet here. Hopefully he calls. Alright, we'll bet this scary board. We've only got 6s. Won that one, beautiful. Three's gone. Make sure we fold out pretty tightly the small blinds. So then when we do play it, people will respect us a bit more because we're a bit tighter. Three betting, isolating. Representing king or a queen, but it's not what we wanted. He's going to be surprised, but Jack 5, really? Oh, he's got to have flush. But granted, if the flush didn't come out and we barreled, barreled on the turn, then he's going to do a lot of folding. But unfortunately, he hit anyway. So, and with three betting, I mean, he wasn't very strong. Three bet queen 10 suited. Ace 5 suited. No, it's ours. Ace Jack probably got no. Not got a three bet because they didn't open. All right, he raises quite big. All right, Jack's full three bet. Three bet Queen Jack suited. Small blind calls. Do I have a gut shot with Jacks? Second pair, gonna check behind. Multi-way pot as well. We'll call one street. All right, we've got two pair. I think we can bet this one. Hopefully, call down. I think a king 10 or something like that could call. He could also have a better king queen or something like that, but some of the time. But I think that's fine the way we played. Pocket tens, pocket queens. We can flat from out of the position. We can raise it. I'm going to flat. All right, going to check raise a3. Tens could be the best hand. All right, we'll open since no one else has done anything about it. We'll raise a3. Hopefully you don't see a set of sevens. Not a good card because if he's got ace king, I could probably find a fold here actually. All right, so we made him call, make him pay to chase. End up being a nice hand. It's not a good card, that 9, but we'll pay at least one more street. If he checks here, we could probably bet. If he bets here, we might even fold. Let's check behind. Could be trapping. Case where he's just going to call when he beats us and fold out everything else. So the session's still going pretty well. 6-5. We're going to open it. I'm just going to continue bet hit this one. We have a lot of, if the 9 comes out as well, but more like the flush draw comes out. We had a lot of turn barrel cards for us. Queen Jack's folding. We dominated so many times. All right, we'll just flat a6 suited. Try and keep some worse diamonds in. And then if they hit a weaker flush, they'll do some check raising. We'll call. Same reason. Do have top pair. Okay, kicker. Hopefully Lucky doesn't bet, but he does. Not so lucky anymore. We'll call one. he's got kings, he might slow down here. I'm not going to call his second pair with 10-8. All right, we'll let go with 8-6. Got a flush draw. Game's all in. All right, I'm going to let go. He's got a straight, and then we dominated there as well. So good fold. The only other cards that we're hoping for is get a bigger straight. And that would be nice. I think we need the 7. Yeah, we still need the 7. That was a good fold. All right, ace jack offsuits, just gotta let go. We can't handle a 4 bet, especially being that low. All right, we'll keep up. You could have a 9 though. You could have a queen jack. Could have queen 10. He's got hands that will call us. Okay, big decisions for our opponent. Just check the river if you had to there. Hands gonna let go. All right, we'll defend king 10 suited. It was only a tiny 3 bet. Didn't hit. Let go. All right, we got ace king. We've got 1 red card for the ace 3. We'll flat. We'll call out a position. No club. No real good turn cards for us either. And just let go. Pretty easy. I mean, we hit a king though. Damn it. Maybe we should have called. But there was less cards coming our way, so that's the reason why I did fold. Hoping for a queen. All right, we'll bet the ace on the river. Oh, he just calls anyway. He's got our queen. Silly. He was under the gun. It was only a small pot, but still, it was pretty silly. Bet there. All right, pocket aces. Raise it. You have an A might jam. Hopefully he's hit a king. Got king queen. Hopefully he doesn't got a set of kings though. All right, we'll take that. Maybe he's got low pocket pairs. I can't see us folding. Ace 10. We'll value bet the ace. Beautiful. It's a chop. Queen. Still put our opponent in a little bit of a spot though. All right, check 10 suited. We find that we do fold under the gun, but we'll more likely play them in later positions. 10-9, the small blind. We'll 3-bet. Why not? He didn't 3-bet us pre-flop, so we can bet there. Hit the 6. Love to see a fold with 10-9 suited. Aces, kings, queens might raise here. We are out of position, so only folding there is fine. Alright, I got a bet here. You got a gut shot. Didn't get a heart though. Really wanted to see a heart to complete the play. Really need to see the if an 8 comes out, we're just jamming. Really want to see a fold here. We are bluffing our ass off. He was always going to jam that as soon as we slowed down. Yeah. Alright, jacks will raise. Good to see a fold though. Alright, jacks got there. Beautiful. Pocket aces. Still getting some hands. Pocket twos win post flop. Alright, aces, let's go. Alright, we'll check this one. Scary board. Alright, we'll bet it though now. We did pot control before. Alright, we'll call ace 4 suited. There's a lot of people in the hand. Alright, we'll call. Hopefully get an ace on the river. I've got a call. If he's got a queen, we got him. If he's got a jack, he's got us though. Alright, so pot control was there. Didn't lose as much as we could, and hopefully we would have won more if he had a queen. Alright, ace 10, 3 betting, 8's coming in. We call. Yes, we do. Ah, you bitch. Alright, we need a 10 on the 8 on the river. Fortunately, no. Oh, I think call it a session. I think things are turning a little bit nasty on us. Maybe not. Top pair. Got the ace. 8-2. What the hell? Very interesting. Top pair, good kicker. We'll bet this one. Got open ender. Maybe he's got a straight. Maybe he's got a flush. Who knows? Probably should have just check called the river there. Get raised off our hand, which is not great. Alright, got jacks. Go. Jacks win. Continue to play tight though. Alright, we got 9s. Okay, 2 pair king jack. Do we defend? We got queen 10 jack. We'll bet 2 pair there. That's quite high. Everyone's in the hand, why not? Alright, let's go. Let's let go of that one. He couldn't afford another club, so he's probably got like a ace king, ace queen type hand. Alright, we will call the session. Alright, thanks guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Got to take the next half an hour just putting this video through anyway, and then yeah, have a good weekend guys if I don't see you. See ya.